Hi there, one. It is currently the 4th of July, 2015. I know it's an American holiday actually here today, and I'm sure if you are in Guam or Saipan, most of your outdoor plans are likely ruined here today if you're out there celebrating it. We have Tropical Storm Chanhom just off the southeastern coastline. Typhoon watches are in place. I have a separate video update actually being posted directly on this area, which is this swirl here on this imagery from earth.nullschool.net, one of our partners here, WesternPacificWeather.com. Please do go check out their website. And that's actually one of the bigger storms we're talking about. Back here towards the east, we have Nangka, believe it or not, actually just east of Chuuk, even been disrupting some of these smaller islands out here. Raquel down towards the south. And the bulk of this update, we're talking about this one. This is the closest one to major land masses here near the Philippines. It is just off the eastern coast of Luzon. The big thing with this is that westerly flow of moisture, which is still impacting many areas out here in Visayas and southern Luzon, and this storm is expected to continue to intensify. And if you take a look at the satellite imagery, now this is a view from space here in real time, what we are seeing at this time is really the bulk of the convection just towards the east of Luzon, around the center of circulation. It really is starting to become a little more organized. It's not as disorganized, definitely, as we were seeing on Friday. But still, that inflow and that convection stretching all the way back here towards the west continues to pose a major problem. Now remember, this is the main reason why we saw actually a water spout down here in Visayas on Friday, not to mention back on Thursday when we had that ferry sinking just off the coast of Leyte. Now, that is still under investigation, but I'm sure that this storm system and the weather and that inflow associated with it definitely played a part in that ferry sinking, and definitely our hopes goes out to all the family involved in that, and I think this storm system is going to go down as a major contributing factor with that. Now, as far as the forecast with it, the good news, it is tracking off here towards the northwest, and it is expected to come on shore. That's not really the good news. The good news is the fact that it is coming on shore in a relatively rural area, and that's northeastern Luzon, Isabela, and Aurora area, where, well, let's be honest, this area is always hit with typhoons, several a year, and this storm system will be just another one in the midst of all the typhoons that does get hit up here. Now, it still is going to cause the severe threat of some flooding and even landslides, and every time we do get a storm up here, we always see reports of flooding and landslides. And let's actually take a look at the rainfall outlook. This is 72-hour rainfall accumulation. What you can see is really the bulk of that precipitation kind of pounding up on some of the mountains here in northeastern Luzon, even wrapping around here in the extended range, but it'll still have all that inflow impacting those areas of western Visayas as well. So a lot of rain to go around, and this is really one of the major issues I do expect with this storm system over the next 72 hours. And you can see it really just wrapping up here, moving off there towards the north through the rest of Saturday, making landfall basically as we go ahead into Sunday morning before tracking over the northeastern portions of Luzon here around Apari region before we head into Monday, and it starts to interact with our storm system back here towards the east. That is Chanhom. By this time, this one is expected to intensify quite rapidly, and it should start to pull it farther towards the east, but still actually Chanhom may very well start to pull in that moisture across the Philippines as well, so that's going to be a contributing factor. More rainfall there in central portions of Visayas. For now, it is still a tropical storm. It is not expected to really become a typhoon. If it does, it would be a minimum typhoon. You can see here on the morph microwave imagery, typically you can pick out kind of an eye in this. Maybe there was something earlier on, but it really is just getting shredded. We have dry air towards the west and towards the east. It still has that moisture coming in from the southwest. It's kind of feeling the storm system, but I think once it starts to interact with Chanhom as well, it should cause it to weaken. For all intents and purposes, really, this is just going to be a rainmaker. The winds definitely are going to be a problem here in northeast Luzon. You can see the track put out here by Bagasa. They do have it coming on shore as we go ahead into the early morning hours here on Sunday, crossing over the Aurora area before stretching off there directly over Apari, just as I mentioned a second ago, showing you those model outlooks. outlook. So this is going to be one big topic here in the Philippines, definitely over the next 48 hours. Of course, we're going to continue to keep you posted and updated here at westernpacificweather.com. If you are in one of these areas under signal force 1 or 2, just remember you don't want to be going out on any ferries. Definitely ferry travel or any travel by boat should be limited at this time. It obviously is very dangerous out there, as we've seen with that accident back on Thursday. But not to mention the fact that if you are traveling across the country, just be careful of that threat of flooding and landslides, especially on some of these areas with steep mountainsides that very well could give way rather rapidly, and we have seen river level rises rather rapidly as well once this moisture starts to pump on shore, especially in northeastern Luzon. So we take a look at the GFS outlook, and I just want to show this to you really fast. It kind of getting moved over northeastern Luzon before falling apart, and a lot of that energy just getting wrapped up there towards the east with Chonhom as it charges over towards the southern Japanese islands. That's going to be all of my update here on this one right now, guys. I'm actually putting out a separate update on Chonhom. I'm going to break down the forecast with that storm system, where it is going to be headed as we look ahead over the next several days. But what I can tell you is that if you are out here in Luzon, yeah, have an umbrella ready at the very least. As always, though, stay safe out there. Thanks for watching, guys.